Our topic, the topic I'm going to be speaking about today is where are you staying mentally? Where are you staying mentally? Now, I truly do believe that every single thing that we physically see, especially, even every single thing I'm wearing, it all came from the spiritual. The spiritual produces the physical, the thought creates the thing, the mind creates the matter. If that's how every single thing is, then it's easy to say that, okay, my mentality can dictate my reality. My mentality can dictate the life that I live on the outside. So where are you staying mentally is basically telling you who are you being mentally, because the way you are mentally is what you're going to act out physically. A lot of us act out things that we don't really want, but it's simply just a testament of where we are staying in our minds. If the mind creates matter, then the matter, which is the physical aspect, is being acted out because of how you are mentally. So if you can just change the way you are mentally, then you can change the way you are physically. So now, how can you change the way you are mentally? How do you do this? It's simple, right? If you look at your results are a reflection of your state of mind. If you want different results, then you take different actions, and for you to take different actions, you have to have a different mentality. But first of all, you have to even know what you want to act out. You have to know the results you want. You have to know the results you want to encounter in life. The moment you know those results, then you have defined your aim, and then your body and your mind will conform to that which you're always looking at. For example, I have a name, you have a name. The reason why you believe your name to be that name is because that name was repeated to you over and over and over and over again. When you were young, you were called that name. Maybe when they even spanked you, they called you that name. Maybe when they bought you something, they called you that name. When they just called your name to go and buy something, they called you that name. And so, right from when you were born up until the age you are now, you have been called that name over and over and over again. So now you now believe yourself to be that name. Even if a stranger calls you that name, you will answer. Why? Because you believe yourself to be that name or that identity. It's the same thing with anything. In the same way, you can pick whatever ideal you would want to realize in life, and then you can always behold it. You can repeatedly associate it to yourself, and the more you do that, the more you are conformed to that image that you have associated with yourself. Because we are always associating things to ourselves. The more we listen to it, the more we watch it, the more we read it, the more we allow our company to be around it. That's why you hear things like, oh, birds of the same feather flock together, or be careful with the company you keep, and all those things like that, because you're always being conformed into the image of that thing that you're always allowing your being and your mind to dwell on. So if you can just pick an aim, right? If you can just pick an aim and then allow your mind, allow your being, allow your whole essence, allow your whole existence to just be fixed on that thing, what happens is that you will now begin to conform in line with that particular thing. And just like how a pregnant woman takes 9 months for her to give birth to a child, a period of time will be there where you're now going to give birth to that idea that you have harbored in your mind and that you have associated with yourself. That's basically the key to creation. That's the key to creation. The key to creation is you being able to have an idea, accept that idea, and the acceptance of that idea is simply like a woman accepting the sperm inside her womb. And then after a period of 9 months, a baby is now born, all things being equal. It's the same thing. You take an idea and associate it to yourself over and over and over again. If the mother doesn't feed the child by taking food, the child will die in the womb, So it's the same thing with you. Are you feeding that idea? Are you paying attention to the idea? Because energy flows where attention goes. If your attention is always going to the idea, what's happening? Energy is going to the idea, and when energy goes to the idea, life is going to the idea, because energy is life. And so when life goes to the idea, it begins to grow. That's how basically every single thing works. And so we can give growth to that idea. We can become that which we want. We can be who we want to be when we can focus our mind on it, focus our being on it, and become one with it. And when that oneness is there, then the birth will begin to occur. Apply this in your life in the best way possible.